Welcome to Desert Life with Maria, and today we are celebrating a special day, Upside Down National Cake Day. Yeah, with a pineapple and a no-bake version of how to do something that's super healthy for you in less than like 15 minutes. So, first of all, I have to give credit to this amazing recipe to Rachael Ray. She is one of my heroes, every expert, and I consider myself somewhat knowledgeable having owned a restaurant. And anyone that seeks additional knowledge always has a little mentor, and mine is Rachael Ray. So she had Grant Melton on her shows on a regular basis, and this was her recipe, and I love to tweak it, so I hope I do you justice. So let's talk about the two main things in this no bake. First, the pineapple. We've got crushed pineapple, and we've got wonderful little rings over here. And why are pineapples so good for you? Well, Jim Dole, who is the pioneer of our Dole pineapples that are just fabulous. They come canned, very nicely preserved. It's one of the few things in a can that I can appreciate because of how it's manufactured and processed. He knew 3 prime ingredients in pineapple. Number 1, because it's all about 3, guys. Number 1, vitamin C. Yes. 1/3 of everything that we need in our daily intake of vitamin C in a pineapple. I even know quite a few pickleball players that have pineapple on a regular basis every morning as part of their, regular diet so that they can stay healthy on the courts. Number 2, manganese. Thank you. That's how we say it, manganese. Now, what is that? It's a mineral, and it's a mineral that we find in our food that's necessary for bone, and it helps our blood sugar regulation. And the third thing in this wonderful little pineapple ingredient is fiber. And again, pineapple has at least 15% of what we need. So that's about our pineapple. Our next thing that makes this fun is we're using an angel cake, a cake that you can buy at the store. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the angel cake and then why it's a no-bake cake. So the angel cake is one of the few cakes that actually originated here in the United States. Yes, it's primarily really good sugar, and you can do this with coconut sugar if you're concerned about the sugar intake because you don't need that much, and egg whites or whole eggs. So there's different versions, but this came about in the 1900s, and just a little tidbit information I always love about the history. Cakes back in the day were actually done on a cast iron skillet. Yes, and that was our upside down. So let's get down to business, and we're going to make a cake, no bake, in the oven with our angel cake and pineapple. So here we go, and I love this one because we get easily down and dirty, really fun in the kitchen, and it's done. So here's our angel cake that I took the liberty, one entire one, and I cut it up in little cubes, whatever. It's all chopped up, ready to go. There we go. Next ingredient is we take a 1/4 cup of the pineapple crushed and mix it in there. So we just throw it right in there. Then we take some yogurt. Now I like a dairy-free version. My dairy-free version. Okay, I need more coffee. We put in almond milk, but you can use a really good Greek yogurt, one of your favorites. I like the almond milk one. I'm already cutting down all this to make it super healthy for me. I'm going to throw that in there. And then what we do is we mix all this with our hands. Yes, Nice and gooey and fun. Now tell me your kids, or if you have a frustration that you want to get out, that this isn't going to make you feel good. And we're going to mash that, and it's just going to feel so good and cool and fun. So this gets mashed. Now that it's nicely mashed and gluing together, believe me, my hands were nice and clean. We rinse off our hands. Okay, that's done. Towel dry. And we have prepared ahead of time a ramekin. And I will tell you the name of the ramekin and how that came about later in another story. But I have put some saran wrap on each of my ramekins. And on the bottom, I'm going to put my pineapple ring. So I'm going to put it down. Then I'm going to take my little squished version of my angel cake that had nothing but yogurt and crushed pineapples. And then what I'm going to do is take another ramekin and squish it down so it makes a nice flat bottom. I'm going to squish that down. And then what I'm going to do is my upside down to celebrate the day. So we're going to move this over here. And voila, let's see this, guys. We take it, put it in on a nice little doily. And there is my upside down version, no cake. And any good baker knows that we have to garnish our cakes. So how are we going to garnish it? 3 little things that I like. This was in the version with Grant Melton and Rachael Ray. They both did a little bit of nutmeg. So we're going to put just a tinge of nutmeg for color and flavoring. So that gets sprinkled all over. Then 1 maraschino cherry. Gotta always have our cherry. So we're going to take a cherry, put that on top, and then voila, my touch. I took hazelnuts, I crushed them up, put 2 packets of brown sugar, put this on a flat sheet pan, and then sprinkled it with some of my pineapple juice from the apple rings. So it came out with a nice crunch, and I like to put that crunch as a beautiful last minute garnish. And there, my friends, is a healthy version of an upside down apple cake celebrating National Pineapple Day. Again, remember, our pineapple has those 3 wonderful things that are working for you. This is a great way to pop off spring, do something fun for Mother's Day that's easy breezy. If you've got a mom still around, or you just want to treat yourself. Any more suggestions, I welcome them. You guys have been fabulous with your ideas. Check me out on Desert Life with Maria, YouTube, and see you next week, same time. Bye.